What's going on, guys? Welcome back to BlackTideTV. In today's Golden Weapon review, we take on the kingpin of SMGs here in Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. My absolute favorite SMG from back in the day, COD 4. True to this day, still my favorite SMG in Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. Probably one of my favorite SMGs in the entire Call of Duty franchise. Just a phenomenal weapon, very unique weapon, and that a lot of the traits on this weapon come from the assault rifle class. It's more or less an SMG assault rifle hybrid, which makes it a very unique contender in the SMG class, and without a doubt is the best SMG in the game. A lot of people like the MP5. This is my personal favorite. This is the AK-74U, voted by the community on my Twitter page at BlackTideTV. If you did not know, I post polls there every so often, ask you guys which video you'd like to see come up next, and I asked recently which of the 4 variants, or 4 weapons I should say, that you would like to see for the next Modern Warfare Remastered Golden Weapon review. You guys voted for the AK-74U, and that's what we're discussing today. I will be posting another Golden Weapon review after this video, so you can head over to my Twitter page at BlackTideTV, spelled the exact same way as the YouTube name. There's also a link in the description. Head over there and vote on which of the 4 provided weapons you'd like to see for the next Infinite Warfare Golden Weapon review, and I'll get to work on that for this Tuesday or Thursday. But for now, let's get into the AK-74U here in Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. One of the best weapons in the game. Easily 5 stars. I'm going to give you the rating right now because this is how confident I am in this weapon. There are some drawbacks. Of course, every single weapon is going to have one little tiny thing that it's not so good at, but this weapon is 100% a 5 out of 5 rating. It's not the best in the game, and I'll tell you that right now. The M16 still has this one beat, but as far as comparing this weapon to any other weapon in the game, besides the M16, it is a 5 out of 5. I might even give the M16 a 6 out of 5 when I get there, just because it's so unbelievably overpowered. But this one is definitely a 5 out of 5 as far as I'm concerned. But what makes it worthy of wielding the hammer of Thor? Well, this weapon is more or less exactly like the MP5 in its main elements. So damage, range, rate of fire, ammo capacity, they're all the exact same as the MP5. And we all know the MP5 to be a very balanced, very worthy SMG. This weapon, on the other hand, does have a couple outliers, making it a little bit better than the MP5 in most circumstances. Maybe a little bit worse in terms of mobility, but in the long run, mobility is such a small element, and the difference between this weapon and the MP5, or this weapon and the other SMGs in terms of mobility, really isn't that big of a deal. So we're looking at this weapon. It's got a 40 to 20 damage profile, basically meaning you're going to get a 3 to 5 shot kill, 2 to 5 shot kill with stopping power. If you're getting a headshot with stopping power, then it's a 2 to 4 shot kill. Very, very powerful weapon in terms of the SMGs. One of the strongest SMGs in the game. Easily a 2-shot kill at almost any range with stopping power. So stopping power is an absolute must. If you're not using stopping power on this weapon, you are not getting the full potential out of this weapon. You can use UAV jammer and a suppressor, but that isn't the greatest tactic, as we will discuss in just a moment. So it's actually the second most accurate SMG in the game. The Scorpion is an absolute laser. It's disgusting. So this weapon is the second most accurate, and when comparing it to SMGs of similar caliber that aren't absolute lasers, that are completely disgusting, this would be the most accurate SMG in the game as far as standard SMGs go. It also has the longest raise time of the SMGs. This has nothing to do with how it's like an assault rifle in certain circumstances, but it does have the longest raise time. So when you're sprinting around and you want to raise the gun up, or say you want to take the gun out, say you have another weapon in your hands and you want to take this weapon out, it takes a couple milliseconds longer to take it out. Not that big of a deal, but something worth mentioning all the same. Now, earlier in the review, I mentioned how the AK-74U could be considered an assault rifle SMG hybrid, and at this point in the video, I'd like to discuss the assault rifle elements that do shine through with this weapon, starting with idle sway. All of the other SMGs have such a small idle sway value that you literally cannot perceive the movement of the sights when aiming down sights. This weapon, unfortunately, does take that element from the assault rifles, or from similar assault rifles that do have idle sway. It's not that big of a deal, especially when you're using this at close range where you should be using it. But say you're taking a one-shot kill in hardcore across the map, you might find it a little bit difficult, as the sights will wobble back and forth a little tiny bit. Not that big of a deal. This weapon also has assault rifle movement speed, so all of the other SMGs move at 100% speed. This one moves at 95. So Not a big deal again, especially if you're using extreme conditioning. You can still move around the map just as fast. You probably won't even notice the difference in the movement speed, it's that small. The weapon also has assault rifle ADS speed. Again, such a small difference from assault rifle ADS speed to SMG ADS speed that it won't make a difference in your gunfights. The assault rifle penetration, however, will definitely make a difference in your gunfights. All of the other SMGs have a low penetration value. This one has a medium penetration value, making it absolutely shred people through walls. Very powerful in a game where wall penetration is such an important factor, especially when you stack it with stopping power. Last but not least, we must consider the original COD 4 glitch that comes along with this weapon. Attaching a red dot sight or silencer to the AK-74U will instantly make its hipfire equal to that of an assault rifle. So running this weapon bare bones without attachments, you will have no problem with the hipfire spread, but the instant you attach a red dot sight or silencer, it will equal to that of an assault rifle, which is unfortunate, but it can be countered with steady aim. Not that any additional attachments are necessary. Guys, that's it for my review of the AK-74U, my absolute favorite SMG in Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. I hope you enjoyed the review. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys on the next Golden Weapon review.